I am Jonathan. In this video, I am going to explain the database management system question set 19. The first question is: two new students have been admitted to grade 11 of this school. Their details are listed in the table below. Enter the information in the student table. This is the student table and we are added up to 8 students and their details into this table. And now we are going to add 2 more students into this table. Let's insert the student details using the query language. First of all, we use insert query to add the student details into this table. Let's type insert into and let's type database name inside the grave ascent symbol. Now let's connect the student table where we are going to add the student details. Using the brackets and grave ascent, let's type all the column names inside the student table and insert into the query inside the bracket and inside the grave ascent symbol. After that, let's add the values to the student tables according to the column names. When we inserting the values, we use single quotation mark, not the grave ascent symbol. And now let's add the new student with the ID STU underscore 009 and her first name is Amandi and the second name is Vijay Singh. And let's add the gender and the contact number as follows. In here, to add the class of the student, we use join query to add the class to the student. Let's type the join query inside the values table to add the class. From this query, we identify the class ID because we had created the class table separately. Here we are going to say the condition as class name equal to 11A. If class name equals to 11A, there will be adding a class ID instead of class A. Let's run the query and see. Yes, we successfully add the STU009 student. Likewise, we added another student with the index number STU underscore 010. The second question is index number STU underscore 004 student's last name should be changed to Moses. Write the relevant SQL query. You can see clearly that the last name of the student 004 is Tilakaratne and we are asked to change the name as Moses. Here we use update query to change the last name of student 004, the Tilakavardhana, to Moses. At first, let's insert the database name inside the grave ascent and connect the student where we're going to set the query. We are going to set the condition as the last name equal to Moses, where the student index number equals to STU004. After running the query, and if the index number is equal to STU underscore 004, the query will change the last name of the student 004 into Moses. The third question is Natasha Vimalasena student's contact number should be changed to note 7715044666. Write the relevant SQL query. According to the question, we asked to change the contact name of the student Natasha Vimalasena. So let's set the column name as contact number and contact number equals to the above contact number. After adding the contact number, we need to change the where condition that the column first name is equal to Natasha, and we need to add another condition that second name must equal to Vimalasena. So here we add a query condition and the column second name is equal to Vimalasena. After running the query, we successfully changed the contact number of the student Natasha Vimalasena, having the index number student underscore 010. The fourth question is Natasha Vimalasena transferred school before the first term examination. Therefore, remove the information about the student from the student label. According to the question, we asked to remove the Natasha Vimalasena from the student table. We say that select the student table from the database exam marks DB and we say that where the first name equals to Natasha and the last name equals to Vimalasena. If the written query is correct, the student Natasha Vimalasena will be deleted from the student table. Let's run the query and see if the query is correct or not. After running the query, let's refresh the student table. Yes, we successfully removed Natasha Vimalasena from the student table. The fifth question is find out the details of all the students in the school. Here we use a simple query, select all from the student table. After running this query, we got the output. The sixth question is find the marks of mathematics subject of all the students in the first term. To find the first term marks of the student in mathematics subject, we use this query. The query is select the table from exam marks database in student exam mark record relationship table and inner join the subject table, and let's say the condition on student exam mark record relationship table, connect the subject id foreign key from the table subject, and it must be equal to subject table, connect the subject id, and now let's again inner join the exam term table, and now let's say the condition for the second inner join. Let's say on student exam mark record, connect the exam term id from the table exam. This is the foreign key in the relationship table student exam mark record, and it must be equal to the exam term id. Finally, let's write a condition for the two inner join queries. And the condition says like this: where the subject name column in the subject table equal to mathematics, and the term name in the exam term must equal to first term. Let's run this query. Yes, you can see we got the final output. The seventh question is find all the marks obtained by all the subjects in the first term in single language and literature subject. To get the output for this question, let's just replace the subject mathematics into the singular language and literature. Now let's run the query and we can get the output. The last question is Amandi Vijay Singha entered another school from the school before the first term examination due to receiving a scholarship. Therefore, remove the information on the student from the student table. According to the question, I am asked to remove the student Amandi Vijay Singha from the student table. To remove the student from the student table, I am going to use the delete query. The query says like this: delete from the student table where the student first name, that means the column first name, equals to Amandi and the column name last name is equal to Vijay Singh. If this condition is correct, Amandi Vijay Singh will remove from the student table.